cause and effect of Pearl Harbor attack and the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Tensions between the United States and Japan had been escalating for years due to Japan's expansionist policies in Asia, particularly its invasion of China in 1937. The U.S. responded with economic sanctions, including an embargo on oil exports to Japan, which severely strained relations. On December 7, 1941, the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise aerial assault on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The attack was meticulously planned and caught the American forces off guard, resulting in significant damage to the Pacific Fleet. The attack on Pearl Harbor resulted in the deaths of over 2,403 Americans, including civilians and military personnel, and wounded over 1,000 others. It also inflicted heavy damage on the U.S. Navy, destroying or damaging numerous battleships and aircraft. The day after the attack, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed Congress and famously referred to December 7th, 1941 as a date which will live in infamy, leading to the United States' entry into World War II. The attack on Pearl Harbor galvanized American public opinion and unified the nation behind the war effort. It also prompted other allied nations, including Britain and Canada, to declare war on Japan, leading to a coordinated effort to defeat the Axis powers. The Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise military strike against the United States naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The attack began early in the morning, catching the American forces off guard. Japanese bombers and fighter planes targeted battleships, cruisers, and aircraft stationed at Pearl Harbor, inflicting heavy damage. The USS Arizona suffered a catastrophic explosion after a bomb hit its ammunition stores, sinking the ship and claiming the lives of over 1,100 crew members. In total, the assault resulted in the deaths of over 2,400 Americans and left over 1,100 wounded. The attack propelled the United States into World War II, prompting President Franklin D. Roosevelt to declare war on Japan the following day. The attack on Pearl Harbor shocked the nation and led to a significant shift in American public opinion. The rallying support for involvement in the war effort. The following day, President Roosevelt delivered his famous Day of Infamy speech to Congress, calling for a declaration of war against Japan. The attack united the country in a determination to defend itself and its allies against aggression. In the months and years that followed, the United States mobilized its resources for total war, ultimately contributing to the Allied victory in World War II. Pearl Harbor remains a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of unprovoked aggression and the importance of remaining vigilant in the face of global threats. Despite the devastation wrought by attack on Pearl Harbor, it also served as a catalyst for unity and resolve within the United States. In the days and weeks following the assault, Americans from all walks of life rallied together in support of the war effort. Citizens volunteered for military service, donated blood, and participated in scrap metal drives to contribute to the nation's defense. The attack on Pearl Harbor galvanized the American public, sparking a sense of national unity and purpose that transcended regional, ethnic, and socio-economic divides. This unity was reflected in President Franklin D. Roosevelt's call to action as he declared on December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, and called upon Congress to declare war on Japan. The attack on Pearl Harbor also had far-reaching geopolitical consequences, reshaping the balance of power in the Pacific region. Prior to the attack, Japan had sought to expand its influence in East Asia through aggressive military campaigns in China and Southeast Asia. However, the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor drew the United States into conflict and ultimately led to Japan's defeat. The subsequent Allied victory in the Pacific theater of World War II established the United States as a dominant force in the region and laid the groundwork for the post-war order. The attack on Pearl Harbor thus marked a pivotal moment in history, shaping the course of the war and its aftermath. As World War II progressed, the Manhattan Project, a secret research and development program, successfully developed the world's first atomic bombs. These bombs utilized nuclear fission to release immense energy capable of causing widespread destruction. In August 1945, with the war in the Pacific reaching a critical stage, President Harry S. Truman made the decision to use atomic bombs against Japan in an effort to bring about a swift end to the conflict and avoid the need for a costly invasion of the Japanese mainland. On August 6, 1945, the U.S. dropped an atomic bomb named Little Boy on the city of Hiroshima, instantly killing an estimated 70,000 people and causing widespread destruction. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, a second atomic bomb named Fat Man was dropped on the city of Nagasaki, resulting in an estimated 40,000 immediate deaths and further devastation. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, coupled with the Soviet Union's declaration of war against Japan, prompted the Japanese government to announce its surrender on August 15, 1945, officially ending World War II. The use of atomic bombs at Hiroshima and Nagasaki had profound and far-reaching consequences, including the immediate loss of life, widespread destruction, and long-term health effects from radiation exposure. It also ushered in the nuclear age and raised ethical, moral, and strategic questions about the use of nuclear weapons in warfare. These facts provide a comprehensive overview of the cause and effect of both the Pearl Harbor attack and the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, highlighting their significance in shaping the course of World War II and the post-war order.